That's probably why a lot of you were able to see this potential meteor. Again, we haven't confirmed that, but that's our best guess as of now. Along the coast, we are dealing with a little more cloud cover this evening, and we did see rain earlier today. Very impressive rainfall totals. We'll have those coming up for you in just 1 minute. So we just saw a shot of Long Beach, already looking at a little bit of fog, and you'll see it on radar approaching the coastline there. Most of that moisture, most of that rain already starting to push its way eastward, really not looking at any thunderstorm cells in our forecast area right now. Earlier today was not the case. We saw thunderstorm warnings. We saw severe thunderstorm warnings again, flood warnings as well, because we did see some very severe cells sitting over particular areas over earlier today. Big Bear, again, one of those spots where we did see some very impressive rainfall totals. Let's get to those numbers. Do want to show you what's going on. It is much calmer and much clearer out there, but you will see just from today, very impressive. Palmdale, over 3/4 of an inch of rain. Lake Palmdale, again, different than Palmdale for you, but Lake Palmdale just under an inch and about 1/4 in Pinon Pines. Wrightwood just over 3/4 of an inch, and Big Bear just over 1/2 an inch of rain in 1 day. So very impressive. Just shows how much rain we got from some of those cells. Again, conditions are starting to calm down, so we'll have more on your extended forecast in just a little bit. Back to you. All right, clear conditions inland. That's probably why we saw that thing in the sky. Can't confirm, but at this point, best chance probably a meteor. But again, no confirmations as of yet. There's a little thing in the sky right there, but that's a plane over LAX right now. We are dealing with a little bit of cloud cover along the coast, so conditions really starting to change over the next few days. A little cloudier, a little cooler, but much calmer compared to where we've been the last couple of days. You'll see all of that rain and the thunderstorm cells starting to push east. So at this point, we're looking at much calmer conditions, drier conditions. Again, looks like we're seeing just a little bit of a cell, but it's already starting to exit our forecast area over Big Bear earlier today. Very impressive rainfall totals earlier today as well. We saw flash flood warnings. We saw thunderstorm warnings as well. And you'll see right here, rainfall totals look like this. Just under an inch for Palmdale. Spots like Wrightwood, just over 3/4 of an inch, over 1/2 an inch of rain in Big Bear just for 1 day. So very impressive numbers for you. And over the next few days, we are expecting drier conditions, but cooler and cloudier conditions as well. Temperatures gradually cooling down for the basin. Over the next couple of days, morning cloud cover. That's going to be the drill through Saturday, even through Sunday, even though we are warming up the second part of the weekend into Monday as well. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. And our conditions finally starting to calm down. We'll let you know coming up in just a few minutes. There, then it would technically be a meteorite. So there you go.
We're going to have more on this at the top of the 10 o'clock hour.
Absolutely.
But you're going to talk about the weather.
Yes, we're going to take it down here to Earth. And of course, it was coming through the mesosphere. So we were kind of talking about here on Earth, but a little closer to home, and what's really affecting us pretty much everywhere is, well, the rain earlier today, some of those thunderstorms, and the cooler conditions. So we're going to get there in just a minute, but do want to take you outside first and foremost, and you'll see cloudier conditions at the moment. You'll see the basin starting to get clouded in, also the coast starting to see low clouds and fog, and that's really going to be the forecast pattern into the overnight and morning hours for the next few days. So gotta get used to it. Temperatures getting a little cooler as well. Temperatures this evening generally into the 60s. So as we take it over to radar, you're going to see most of the rain's already starting to push its way eastward. So if we can get that up for you, you'll see just that. There we go. So you'll see just a little bit of activity to our east, but very minor compared to what we saw earlier today. Things are really starting to calm down. We're no longer looking at thunderstorm cells. It probably won't be the case over the next few days either. Again, much calmer as this cutoff low starts to make its way out of the forecast. This is what happened earlier today, though, rain-wise, very impressive. Lake Palmdale, just under an inch of rain. Pinon Pines, 1.25 inches, very impressive. Wrightwood, just over 3/4 of an inch, and Big Bear, just over 1/2 an inch of rain just from today. So we did see some very severe storm cells move over our forecast area earlier today. Again, much calmer right now, much cooler as well. 65 in downtown, 65 in Covina, taking it over to parts of the IE. You'll see right here, San Bernardino at 66, Riverside at 69 in Orange County, currently into the 60s, 67 in Fullerton. Over to Yorba Linda, you're currently at 65 degrees. So earlier today, we got up to 77, average is 84, record temperatures 99 degrees. Didn't get anywhere close to that. We're going to continue to calm down. We're going to cool down, and we're going to get cloudier as well. It's sort of the 3 C's as we head into the next few days. As we head into next week, though, we are bracing for a warm-up. But until then, temperatures gradually cooling, especially by the time we hit Friday and the first part of your weekend. Over the next 24 hours, we're down to the 60s, up into the upper 60s first thing in the morning, and by the afternoon, we're in the upper 70s. So below average for this time of year. Temperature-wise, very similar to today, but much calmer conditions, as we mentioned earlier. Then cooler Friday into Saturday and bumping temperatures right back up again as we head into Sunday and Monday, back into the 80s in the basin. The beaches cooling, pretty much staying the same through about Saturday, warming up into the 70s and then the upper 70s by the time we hit Monday. Sylvia and Lena, back to you.